that now.
Come on and hear the music.
Support for the following program was provided in part by Creative Opus Designs, a creative combination of art and jewelry design. Welcome to Musically Hot in the DMV. I'm your host, Angela. My first guest joins me from Germantown, Maryland. She has a smooth, silky voice that leaves fans begging for more. Her music has been described as relaxing and soulful. Please join me as we get to know more about Canda. And Canda, is that your real name or is that a stage name? What does it mean?
Canda is actually derived from my real name, which is Candace, and it came from, well, Candace itself means glowing light and incandescent light. And as I got more into my music career, I decided, me and also my mom actually, we decided to shorten it to Canda. And I like to think that that further shares my, well, as people receive me as having a warm, glowing spirit when I sing or when I just share my artistic thoughts. So it just seemed to stick, and that's how Canda happened. Plus, it's very unique, sets me apart from just Candace. So it really shapes me as an artist.
Okay. Now, you said your mom was the musical side of the family. Who is that? Who you got your inspiration from, or how old were you when you realized you liked music and you wanted to be get into music?
Well, I would say that discovering music, I would have to give it up to my dad, because my father actually, way before I was born, he was a DJ out in Seattle, Washington, and he got to interview certain personalities like Marvin Gaye and James Brown. And but in addition to that, he just had this wonderful ear for just a variety of music, and particularly jazz and classic R&B, and really just playing the greats in our home.
This has happened before. It's all too familiar, so carefree. This pacifies me. I sip enough to satisfy my elevation. This sensation's so nice. I'm vibing to this kind of high. Soothe my senses, yeah. I'm feeling bold, don't wanna lose control. I guess I'm tipsy.
And how old were you when that you really knew that this is what you wanted to get into?
Around college, I decided I wanted to pursue music professionally. I wasn't quite sure the direction exactly where to take it, which is exciting in a way, but I knew that something was going to happen with me being involved in music, whether it was singing or teaching, songwriting. I knew something, that God would lead me to something within music.
And speaking of teaching, you're also a voice teacher as well as a musician. What's that like? Is that, does that make you a better voice teacher, a better musician? Do you know what I mean? Do they kind of work off of each other, or are they just two totally separate?
They do work off of each other. Actually, it's been rewarding in that when I work with clients of all ages, it opens me up to not only listening to them, but other genres. And then also, each individual is different. So my teaching style, I actually feed off of their personality and really help bring out the best in them. And then on the point in it directing towards me, I try to lead by example as best as I can in with my project and things that I'm doing. But I'm also honest too. I mean, just like every other vocalist, we have our good days and our bad days.
So do you play any instruments?
I also play piano, and actually self-taught, playing by ear. And my ultimate goal is, because I do play mainly in class with the students, or just off to myself, just to better myself with it. And when I'm writing songs, I get inspired, I can put some chords together and start something off. But my ultimate goal is to eventually showcase doing some of my songs and singing along. So I'm working towards that. So that's just taking me the preparation right now. So I'm in preparation mode.
And you're totally self-taught?
Yeah, but I do want to, I would love to work with, I guess, a jazz coach on keyboarding, just to really move more quickly through things. But I've been finding things by ear. But, it's always nice to, seek others' input. So.
Now, you write all of your own music, all of your own songs, I should say. What's your process for writing your songs? How does that come about?
Well, there's not one set way, honestly. It could start from hearing a particular melody or beat. I've been blessed to collaborate with certain producers that, may send me an instrumental and I could vibe off of that. Mm-hmm. Or I could hear a melody in my head and then go to the keyboard and start creating from that point. Or it could be a phrase, something that drew my attention that I wanted to touch on from observing every day, or maybe by a conversation with a friend or loved one, or maybe something on the radio. And actually, lately I've been getting inspired a lot just being in motion, whether I'm exercising, running, or if I'm outside, I tend to get inspired with my iPod, or driving lately.
That sounds, I have no musical talent, so the idea of being able to sit down and write a song just amazes me anyway, so I'm always interested in how that comes about, because I know some people that just sit down and write, and they kind of dedicate, I'm going to do an hour a day and I'm going to write music, and it works for them, so you just never know. So your musical style has been described as graceful with silky vocals. How does it feel to hear that hear people say that about you?
Well, that's a good question. It feels, I appreciate those words, and the fact that the way I touch certain listeners, that they do receive me as a soothing, warm spirit, and it does tie in with the name Canda. Mm-hmm. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for all the positive messages received, and I just want to keep improving myself as I go and growing, so that they may hear another phase of me at another time.
Yeah, I've heard people say that your music's hypnotic to the soul and relaxing. Do you set out for it to be that way, or is that just kind of the way it turned out? Is that your purpose when you write the song?
I don't set out for it to be one particular thing. As I mentioned, if it's something that is meaningful to me, or I want to focus on, I focus on the words. That's the main thing. And then just really going from that point and what I'm feeling in my heart, and hoping that it is received like that. But it may not just be calm, soothing music. It may be something else. I may be angry, or I may be, sad, or so. That's what I try to do. If it ends up still feeling, but that's what I try to do. Mm-hmm.
So your debut single, Consider This, was described as a soulful ballad. What inspired you to write the song? Was it a personal experience?
It came from an experience within a relationship, and it actually is a common thing when couples disagree, or some type of conflict, or as it could be as minor or as major as it goes. It depends. Really, it's about how far are you willing to go to make the relationship work? To really, how far are you willing to give, then receive, or to be willing to improve on things that are your weaknesses. And the line in it of Consider This, I don't want to reminisce or miss you, meaning that I don't want to lose this. I don't want to end up you being gone and I have to reminisce over what we had. I want to make this work. So that's really where I was coming from when I wrote Consider This. It was like me and that character, or rather me and that experience, saying, no, stay, don't go. I want to work this through. I don't care what it takes. So
it seems like all of your songs are really, emotional, heartfelt. That makes the music much more enjoyable. So that's, I think, part of why people like your music and feel so relaxed is it's real. It's not something you made up just to make people enjoy the song. So that really does make a huge difference. Do you have a new album coming out?
Yes, it's called Why Sometimes Dance Alone. The EP is already out, and people can find that on my Facebook page. If they just go to facebook.com/Canda Music, there they can purchase the EP right there. And also join my mailing list as well.
Any other projects other than the album, or is that kind of your main focus right now?
I did actually do a wonderful duet with hip-hop lyricist and songwriter K-Nix. The song is called For Love, and it's out now. And it actually shows me playing. I'm very happy about that. It opens with me playing the piano, an arrangement of the song. So I hope you can take a listen, and we'll take a watch. So. Okay. So.
It's so much pain right now. Too many looking for change right now. Lost their soul in the game right now. And lost their mind for the fame right now. About $100 grand, get your grip in your spot started. Waste the grand, supplying a block party. Think you gon' make an impression, but not hardly. Cause now they riding you like you a hot Harley. Question, how much it costs to be the boss? How much time is tossed and life lost? How many times the stars are thrown off? Cause you think it's fly just to ball and show off. You don't cost a thing.
Too smart.
You don't have to pay.
Too late.
You don't cost a thing.
For love.
But we gotta be. You don't cost a thing.
Too smart.
You don't have to pay.
Too late.
You don't cost a thing.
For love.
But we gotta be. You don't cost a thing.
Too smart.
You don't have to pay.
Too late.
You don't cost a thing.
For love.
But we gotta
when you need it. Why can't you see that now? You forgot to laugh and smile, and you left to wonder. Now who has your soul? You're so alone.
It don't cost a thing.
To smile,
We don't have to pay.
to laugh,
It don't cost a thing.
for love,
But we gotta.
feel bad.
It don't cost a thing.
To smile,
We don't have to pay.
to laugh,
It don't cost a thing.
for love.
But we gotta.
So that's the first time you've actually been, you've been filmed playing piano then, since you're still working on that. Okay.
Once again, I do definitely want to direct anyone who's interested in my music to stay tuned with me on Facebook.
I wish you luck, and I hope things go well with your release. It was great getting to know you. Thanks for joining me.
And thank you very much.
This has happened before. It's all too familiar.
If you would like to learn more about our show or become a guest on our show, please visit our website at www.cpo-productions.com. That's our show for this week. I'll see you next time on Musically Hot in the DMV.